How's everybody doing? Sorry about that. I had to get my computer up and running for a minute. And today is Friday. I'm going to have a great fucking day. Crystal and I have a nice evening planned. We're going to see some live music. That's the cool thing about living in Florida. There's live music all the time. That never really even got disrupted. While other people were completely locked down, we were still going to concerts. And then we would post about it. And then people would send us death threats saying we're trying to kill babies or kill grandmas. I'm not trying to kill your grandma. Tell her to stay the fuck in. That's how much I care. Today, we're going to talk about how the other day I posted a little bit of kind of a rant about how big business wants you fat and sickly and they don't want you to be healthy. It's pretty fucking, to me, I got to be real. To me, it's pretty logical. Like I'm almost amazed that people can't get there, that people trust these people so much. I literally just saw this morning, Crystal sent me a video of like President Clinton talking about how the experiments have been done on people. I mean, it's amazing to me how much trust people put in big businesses and the government. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Sorry about that. Sometimes when I first look at the lights. Anyway, but I did a little rant about this, and then I saw somebody post a video. There's been one circulating. I was even going to do a live on it about how the LA public schools are pretty much trying to indoctrinate your children to be fat as fuck. I can't believe people still live in LA. Like, I'm amazed at how the people still live out there. It's kind of crazy. But I'm going to say hi to everybody, and then we're going to get to it. There's Breaking Points did a thing on it, and they found out that this one woman in the video is literally a propagandist. She's a big food shill. So we're going to talk. Anyway, whatever. How you doing? Janet, how you doing? Ugly, how are you? By the way, everybody, you can get the book or you can get some coaching. We are coming into the holiday season. Many of you are going to get fat as fuck if you don't get a hold of your habits. So I just saw this today and thought, wait until Alan Roberts hears this BS. I've been thinking about doing something all week about it, but other shit popped up. Hey, Alan, I love outright bars. I've been saving my treats for nighttime, like you said to do, and it works out great. Thank you. I'm assuming you saved my I should save my outright bars for nighttime. That yes, and I don't even have outright bars every day. Yeah, maybe every other day, whatever, you know. But I save mine for later on too. Nothing like early morning rant. How are you, Janet? How are you, little monster? So treat because they have more grams of sugar in compared to protein. Is this the right way to look at it? I would not eat anything sweet until the evening. That's how I normally look at it. Until I look at it, anything that tastes sweet as a dessert, even fruit. Johnny Cash, the way to go, man. Sabhine, how are you? Hannah, how are you? Zuzana, what's going on? Denise, have an ice bath with you all today. That's nice. Okay, good. Flalikawer, I don't know. How are you? Denise, Anna, aloha, wow. Least interesting one more. New study out for binge eating disorder using a brain implant to disrupt hunger cravings. Past safety trials now for the clinicals. Fuck that. A brain implant. Hell no. I'm not getting chips or shit like that put in me. Fuck that. Fuck that. Did you see those Instacart Oreos, Takis, Coke, Skittles? It doesn't surprise me. Like people are like, she's so healthy. She eats like a fucking toddler. And I mean, and toddlers shouldn't eat that way. I always say that. And I mean, then I get upset with myself because toddlers should not eat that way. But she eats like a fucking toddler. And they're promoting this. It's. Here's the thing. You do you, boo. Like if you want to fuck your life up, fuck your life up. But they're promoting this shit. Wait do you see what they're talking? Like what we go over here, the video's bad. The reality that the one woman works for food companies in the guise of being like it's bad on so many levels. I can't even get over it. Bless you. Thank you. Just started a new job here, trying to make good health and fitness choices too. Thank you. Good for you. Trippy Liberty. That's why I moved to Texas. I had the choice between California and Texas. California is incredibly beautiful, but it's fucked. No shit. They are against the diet and fitness industry, but all for the processed food industry. And it's so stupid. The people are like, at some point in time, like, don't get me wrong, I like helping anybody I can. I want to help anybody I can. But natural selection at some point in time comes into fucking play. I mean, that's just fucking how it is. Give me 1 second here. One more second here. There we go. People are just fucking crazy online. Anyway, Inked Latina. What's happening? How's just left the gym, feeling great? Good for you. Drink your water. Everybody, drink your water. I'm gonna drink probably 250 ounces of fluid today. Drink. Morning man, cooking up some skinless chicken sausage. Nice. Nobody's implanting anything in my brain. Same here. Fuck that shit. That's crazy talk right there. That's question, is pre-workout necessary? I don't take it. If anything, matter of fact, I'm going to take an Ember while I'm sitting here with you guys. Half of an Ember. I take this is appetite suppressant. It's a high stim appetite suppressant from Ambrosia. It's the yin to the no morbidity yang. And this one has African mango and a lot of stimulant. So I take this, and I'll take the other half of this before my workout, but not today, because today by about noon, Crystal and I are going to be heading off to an undisclosed location to have a fabulous fucking dinner and then a nice evening and shit like that. So I agree. The brain implant went fast to the left field. No shit. It's fucking crazy. Black coffee, same thing. Hey, Alan, how can I discipline myself to wake up in the mornings and wake up? I work a very heavy manual labor job, 3 a.m. to 12 p.m., sometimes 2. I would prioritize your rest more than anything. I mean, if you want to wake up early, to wake up in the morning and wake up. Yeah, I mean, if you're working till 2, workout. If you work a heavy manual labor job, make sure you're recovering from your job first. I would make sure your nutrition's on point. Hydration definitely is on point. But if you work a heavy manual labor job, I would definitely put that fucking ahead. Like that takes the precedent. And it sounds like you're getting plenty of activity. On top of a heavy manual labor job, working out is just for aesthetics almost, or athleticism, and you got to prioritize. So I would think about it. Accountability and self-control are conscious no one seems to have anymore. No shit. Yesterday was my first time stacking Ember no morbidity, and I had zero hunger all day long. It's completely gone. And then with our new one, with product 2, like, cravings go away. There's no cravings or anything like that either. We got a world to save. We're going to change the fucking world. So fucking amazed. Like I said, I've never been a big performance supplement person ever, but for health and appetite control and stuff like that, the shit they got going on now is amazing. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a water too. Hang on. I want to make sure I had a cold water too. All right. Watching while stretching after my morning workout. Outstanding, Chloe. Very, very good. So today, like I said, a few days ago, I went on kind of a rant on one of these lives, and then I just kind of clipped it and put it out there too. But it talks about how they want you fat. Like, I mean, people need to grasp like not one food company doesn't want you to buy more of their food. Okay, not one pharmaceutical company doesn't want to sell more of their pharmaceuticals. Like I know that that's a really shitty way of thinking, but reality is sometimes shitty, and that's the reality. They all want your money, right? They want the revenue, and especially because they can bill insurance, and the cost gets shared, and they can, so they can bill insurance, and they can do things like they can. To me, like it is just it is how people need to view this. Like, you need to want to be healthy. Other people are not going to want it for you, right? Oh no. Hey, on my first live in a while, I broke my back a couple weeks ago falling down my hardwood stairs. I hope you're okay. My goodness, AJ. Oh no. Only losing 2 pounds per week at 1,600 calories, 315 pounds tips. Are you actually eating 1,600 calories? I mean, first of all, you're losing 2 pounds a week. You'll have lost 100 pounds in a year. That's killing it. Just got to be real. So 1,600 calories is a guess, period. Like 1,600, like the 1,600 calories you think you're ingesting could, depending on portion size, everything like that. And they're all guesses. Even if you're weighing your food, it's still a guess. So, but you should basically, depending on your age and your activity level, 1,500 calories, you should be losing about twice that, depending on what medications you're on. I would suggest you're eating more than you think you are. So, but I would also say that if you feel sustained with this, visit the doctor maybe, but I'm sorry, I think you're overeating. So, because caloric expenditure exists. It could be something inflammatory. I don't know about your activity level at all, but you're still losing 2 pounds a week. If you keep it up in a year and a half, you'll have lost plenty of weight. What do I think of main gaining? I think it's an interesting catchphrase from a very clear salesman who talks in a fake voice. I got nothing. Here's the thing. At least it talks consistency, but let's be real. Like, main gaining for 99% of the people that actually lift is not even a real concept, because most people aren't consistent enough. Most people that watch, like, if everybody that watched these YouTube fitness people were as consistent as they needed to be, they wouldn't need to watch these YouTube fitness people. If you want to watch something to talk about bodybuilding and stuff like that, the biggest thing anybody can do for their health or to be in good shape or to have decent aesthetics is to just be consistent with your nutrition, your activity, and stuff like that. Like, it's like we've forgotten that the 70s and 80s existed and people were just active and had good physiques. That people ate whole foods, were active, and just and still had good physiques. Who do you think funded the brain implant study? Oh my God, absolutely a big pharma thing. So absolutely. All right, so we're gonna check this out, by the way, before we get too far in. Now, I'm not saying because I got to do this because people get so weird. I'm not saying I agree with every video these people have ever made. I have not seen any other video these people have ever made. I'm just going to say I have not seen a single one, okay? I'm not saying I agree nor disagree with anything else that Breaking Points has to say. This is not a political statement. You people need to calm the fuck down. What I am saying is that Big Food Shill caught using woke language to push fake kids nutrition info is literally what I've been talking about. Okay. So we're going to get to it. I'm going to play this at 1.5 speed too. Oop.
Let's move on. This is a hilarious thing that Crystal and I were both kind of obsessed with yesterday.
Correct.
So let me share, put the context. There is fat acceptance. TikTok is something I've become unfortunately very familiar with. It's a major
Same.
social trend amongst the quote unquote teens. Now, I will say if that's
So that's something I was actually unaware of. And I really would like to know, is fat acceptance actually very popular amongst teens? Because if it is very popular amongst teens, that's very bad. I mean, if it's very popular amongst teens, that is extremely bad. Because frankly, a younger generation just thinking that they can be as fat as they fucking want and not have any consequences is a big problem. Like, I mean, people that's a big ass problem.
an organic movement, I think that's fine. I think it's abhorrent and terrible and unhealthy. But as long as it's organic, so be it. It's just another sociological thing that we all have to work out. There is, however, been a recent trend of elite institutions trying to share this ideology. Now, this has now happened where the Los Angeles School Unified District shared a quote food neutrality video on.
So a school district is now doing fat acceptance and body positivity. I would be so fucking pissed if I lived there because your taxes go to pay for that shit. I mean, I don't even fucking.
On its Instagram. Now, why does that matter? As you said previously, at the beginning of the show, Los Angeles is one of the largest school districts in the United States. Hundreds of thousands of children being educated here. Nutritional guidelines in schools is a huge impact on overall child nutrition. Something I'm personally watching very closely. The Biden administration actually holding the very first White House conference on nutrition in like 6 years, happening at the White House in 2 weeks. Now, the reason that matters is there's been a lot of debate about nutritional guidelines by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Obviously, I think those guidelines are insane and ridiculous.
Yeah, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is responsible for so much ill health. It's disgusting. The food pyramid is a gift to the pharmaceutical and processed food industry, and very unhealthy.
And the question is, are they going to revise them, or are they going to bow to some of this ideology? Are they going to move in a health direction, or are they going to make it ideological? So this,
I can guarantee you that the government's going to move to the food industry. They're going to do what they can do to fucking make the food industry. They're going to make money for the food industry because it's what I was saying the other day. You have to realize there is a reason why we are so fat, and it is because people are weak and stupid and being sold some sort of possible idea that not only is it okay to be big, fat, and stupid, the food that you are eating that is glamorized is in fact what's making you fat and unhealthy. It is not your genes. It is not society. It is not fat phobia. It is the food you are smashing into your face at a high velocity every single fucking day. And it is what it is. And then you feel there's no super impact of it because they'll treat your high blood pressure and all sorts of shit. It's what it is,
possibly could be a harbinger of things to come.
Let me just say that some of the guidelines also for years and years have been impacted by the food industry.
Yes, by the sugar and drug industry, the sugar and food industry,
yes.
Which culminates in this video. And a perfect example of what I fear the most, which is what we see here in this video is a quote unquote food neutrality talk by these TikTokers that includes a nutritionist. Now, the nutritionist in this video, we're going to play the full video for you, effectively says that caring about what you eat is bad and that there's no such thing as good food and bad food.
Okay, the good food, bad food thing. I'm going to get my stances on this out of the way. People should realize that they're like what you ingest, some of it's not even really food, it's food product, okay? If you want to ingest food products, which are ultra processed foods, if you want to ingest them, you should view those as foods that are eaten just for pleasure. There are foods that are eaten for health and foods that are eaten just for pleasure. If it's an ultra processed food item, it serves almost no nutritional purpose besides having energy normally. Like if it is an ultra processed carbohydrate, the only thing it normally serves is to have energy. That's it. That's all,
What the video neglects to say is that the nutritionist who goes by literal black nutritionist talks about quote unquote systems of oppression and all of this is a senior nutrition scientist at Mondelez International, spun off.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
From Kraft Foods and makes the foods like Chips Ahoy, Oreo cookies, Sour Patch Kids, basically all sugary junk food and
Delicious
snacks.
things, but not
So-
good for you.
With that knowledge with that knowledge, now watch this video and see how much of an op that it is.
I got us donuts. Those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying.
And I'm going to say this real quick because I personally think it's crazy how racially motivated our country has been. But look at how this is directed towards Black people. Like this whole commercial. Look at how it's directed towards Black people. I mean, it's very serious fucking pandering to young Black people to try to. I mean, it's the actors that they use, and I mean, I believe that both of these young ladies are also influencers aimed most of their content towards Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. This is very bad. I mean, this is very, very, very bad. This is open propaganda to try to sell products and get people to eat this crappy ass food and tell children that there's no such thing as good foods, bad foods, and stuff like that.
You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you?
There's no false standard of health. If you eat all those fucking donuts all the fucking time, like what you're gonna have cake for fucking breakfast. Like it's this fucking crazy ass stance that everybody takes. Is that people they make a statement like, oh, you're just wrong. Like, no, if you eat all those donuts every single day, you are not going to be fucking healthy. There's no false standard of health. If you are fat, you are unhealthy. If you have high blood pressure, you are unhealthy. If you have diabetes, you are unhealthy. What is the fucking problem here? Like all this is these people, like, I mean, if this woman is, and they obviously look like they eat some fucking donuts too. If this woman is eating these donuts every fucking day, it's because she fucking wants them and is a fucking child herself.
Aren't you? Guilty.
Diet culture.
This woman right here, Black nutritionist. She calls herself Black nutritionist. Wait till you see who she works for and what her job title, what she lists her job title as. This is fucked up. This should upset everybody, especially people like Black people with children in schools. This should upset people right here. This woman should piss people the fuck off.
Fat phobia and systems of oppression have created false hierarchies of food, and it shows up everywhere.
For instance,
Systems of oppression, says the woman who works for a multinational conglomerate food company.
harmful thought patterns like earning food through exercising, or that dessert is the reward for the punishment of eating vegetables.
So that's almost actually close to good. However, you don't need dessert every day. You do not need a dessert every day. You are not an elderly person in an assisted living who are trying to keep weight on. And that's who eats dessert every single fucking day, is people in assisted livings and skilled nursings who have failure to thrive diagnosis. And we try to feed them more calories of stuff that they will like. And oftentimes it is dessert for lunch and dessert for dinner. You know, like, you do not need dessert every fucking day. Every day is not your motherfucking birthday. This is what propaganda looks like.
Remember that you do not need to earn food.
You actually do need to earn food. Food, like, first of all, food costs money. But beyond that, if you're not earning it via your caloric burn, and you eat more than you earn, you get fat and unhealthy. Reality exists. I love that. Savage X Fatty, visibly unhealthy woman, goes on to say,
all incorrectly taught from a young age that our
we are incorrectly taught from a young age. What are we incorrectly taught?
size, and therefore the foods that we eat are
Listen to what she just said, by the way.
You do not need to earn food.
we are all incorrectly taught from a young age that our size, and therefore the foods that we eat are
our size and therefore the foods that we eat. So what you eat, it does affect your size, and you could lose weight if you ate less. I thought a huge premise of the fat acceptance community was some people are just born fat. I thought it wasn't your actions. I thought it wasn't your responsibility, fat acceptance community. This woman who is speaking for you, she is Savage X Fatty, is actually saying that her size is directly related to her food. So which the fuck is it? Like, which is it? Is it that some people are just born fat, or some people eat themselves that way? Or this woman saying that your size is directly related to your food? Which one the fuck is it? It's just all bullshit. It's all it is literally the spewing of shit to make people pliable. You tell them what they want to hear, especially when they want to hear makes other people money. These people are all trying to make money for fucking all trying to make money for fucking the food industry.
Are markers of our self-worth. Moralizing food can lead to harmful relationships with food and disordered eating.
Says the woman who clearly has disordered eating. Like, if you're fucking 300 pounds, you have disordered eating. You are eating in a disordered fashion. She's like, oh, we don't want anybody to have disordered eating. You're eating daily in a way that is disordered because it is keeping you fat as fuck. Faff. You know? I mean, I don't understand. It's so the premise of that woman that we just saw isn't sick, that she is not unhealthy. I bet you her knees would disagree. I bet you her knees would absolutely objectively disagree that she's healthy. They would be like, fuck no, we're not healthy. This is a lot to fucking carry. That's what her knees would say.
Instead of focusing on good and bad choices, try to approach food with neutrality in mind.
No. Approach food as some food you need that is healthy for you, and food that is not healthy for you, such as ultra-processed carbohydrates and things that have carcinogens and shit in it because it's not grown from it's not vegetables and meat. Like, things have been processed over and over and over and over and over again, like Takis, like shit like Lizzo eats, like the fucking fat fuck she is. Let's approach those things as maybe they should only be eaten for pleasure. Like, this is like having beverage neutrality. Alcoholic beverages aren't necessarily bad for you. What the fuck? To remove the possible health value of food is in fact full on fucking lunacy. To remove how food affects your body hormonally, calorically, on an inflammatory basis. I mean, this woman can't even possibly believe that shit. I would say that for most of these fat acceptance dietitians, it's just their emotions catching up to it. But I really believe that this woman is just a fucking pandering, fucking soulless fucking shill. So, and we're going to see that. The only foods that is bad for you.
The only foods that are bad for you are foods that contain allergens, poisons, and contaminants.
If you can't eat a food at portion, or you are eating a food that is that in a too high of a quantity, that it keeps you as big as this woman, that it keeps you as full on linebacker as this woman, that food's not good for you. This woman needs to change her caloric intake to a great degree because she is in fact full on unhealthy. Full on unhealthy. This woman is not this woman. And I feel bad for this young lady because she has a very seriously, she has some serious physical pain and illness in her future that is going to lead to a much shorter life to begin with.
Or food that is spoiled or is otherwise inedible.
Eat without guilt, regardless of what society says.
Eat without guilt, regardless of what society says. Regardless, just you do you. This is to children. This is to children.
Fed chair drone.
To children.
Guilt regardless of what society says. This is literally a corporate op in order to normalize eating junk food. By the way,
social justice language to run a corporate op to be like, eat our Oreos.
Well,
buy more Oreos.
The crazy thing, Crystal, throw this next one up there on the screen, which is that
look at this. Look at this. That's that woman. That is the black nutritionist. She's a senior scientist and nutrition and ingredient researcher at Mondelez International. Her job is listed as innovation opportunities and driving the scientific evidence strategies to promote brands and support the business. So her job is to promote the brand and support the business for a multinational, for an international food company. Mondelez International so this is who this woman works for. Mondelez International, snacking made right. She works for an international snack company that includes Alpine Gold, Barney, Belvita, Chips Ahoy, Clorettes, Dame, Honey Maid, Halls, look at Milka, Oreo, Philadelphia cream cheese, Ritz crackers, Sour Patch Kids, Tate's Bake Shop, Triscuit, Wheat Thins, Trident. This is who this woman works for. What the fuck, LA schools? You just literally let Mondelez International have an ad, a huge ad. That's insanity to me. That's fucking crazy and insanity to me. I don't even fucking get it. I don't even understand. If you have a child in the LA school system, you should be very fucking concerned. Very concerned. I would almost guarantee you that Mondelez International has some sort of contract with the LA school system. Almost guarantee it. And I love how she just puts herself out there as if she is, the black nutritionist. I am a nutritionist, so therefore I can, or dietitian, so I can speak for what I am. I'm not going to be, you should trust me because of my title. And although I'm black, so associate with me if you're black and eat this food. She would have injected people with Tuskegee. For real. Fucking crazy shit. That's some bullshit right there. Some bullshit. Yeah. LA public schools. They just had a woman who works for a snack company tell people to eat whatever you want, no matter what society says. That's some crazy shit. That's some crazy ass shit right there. I told you so. It's fucking. She's like, yep, yes, she is. They work when the premise is I am an authority, but they're paid by somebody that doesn't have the best interest of people. It's fucking disgusting. That's propaganda. That was very good job by Boiling Point. Like I said, I haven't watched much of their other stuff, but very good job. Very, very, very good job. That's some crazy shit. That's some crazy ass shit. That one. I can't even get over that. Yeah, she is. She's a she, her. Give me 1 second. She participates in the identification of new collaboration with external partners, lead collaboration with external scientific initiative, including academic consultants and industry and government organizations. This woman sold her blackness, basically, to try to this company to help them fucking get their like. This is disgusting to me. She participates or peddles lies. Yes. Disclosing where you work is essential is the case because she is not completely unbiased, it seems. She's not unbiased at all. That's fucking at all. That's crazy shit. It's a joke LA Public Schools is pandering to snack companies and ruining youth before it starts. I'd pull my kid out. No shit. There's no way my child would not be homeschooled. None. Zero possibility. She works for Mondelez. We just had the company up. She works for Mondelez Food Companies. Mondelez About Us. Overview. Oh my God. Okay. Give me a second. This is the company. This is what we want all the high school kids eating. Crazy shit. They empower people to snack right. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. I feel like the black part of her title is almost like written armor. Yep. So if you were to disagree with her, you're automatically disagreeing with her because she's black, not because she's spewing false info. Exactly. I just don't give a fuck. What are you going to say? Like, I mean, what are you going to call me? Recall me a racist? Like, not you, but like, are people going to like? They call me a racist because I say you can't be fat and healthy already. So what are you going to do? Recall me a racist? I mean, I know who the fuck I am. Everybody knows. Anybody that knows me knows who the fuck I am. Like that is no place in my life. What I find disgusting is this woman is like. This woman is leveraging that, just like you're saying. It's ridiculous. Rings the Australian school pushing cricket's chips. Yep, that's crazy. I'm already boycotting most of these. I don't eat barely any of that shit. I mean, I want to fuel my body to live till I'm 90. So. It's the bottom of the food pyramid. Yep. All right, we'll do some Q&A for the end of the week. I just want to let everybody know, remind everybody that we are talking. Crystal and I are going to be talking about what's the? Hang on a second. About I forget the name of it, so I got to look it up. Give me 1 second. We're going to be every week on Monday. We are doing a talk about a documentary we watch, and you guys can pre-watch it with us if you want to be caught up, or you can just listen to us and then watch it afterwards. But this week's coming up is going to be Toxic Beauty, and you can find it on you can find it on whatchamacallit, Tubi. So, but it's a pretty interesting. I've watched parts of it so far, and we'll be watching that on Monday. But let's do some Q&A. Where would you suggest kids in that age group get the right nutrition information? There is so much information online nowadays. Have them eat vegetables and meats. Done. Have them eat vegetables and chicken and beef and fish. You're done. The overcomplication is there to literally confuse people. Have them cook them vegetables and meats. We're done. My husband used to be a receiver for their warehouses, and the amount of Oreos and junk in unpacked is disgusting. It really is. I have a new advertising strategy. I call it gaslighting the propaganda method. That's exactly what this is. Babylon B posted a meme out of WEF coming out of pumpkin spice crickets. That's funny. And the fucked up thing is, probably that's probably not a meme. It's probably just a fucking prophecy. I'm glad this channel is publicizing this. Thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm. What are they gonna do? Like I said, what are they gonna do? Cancel me more? Fucking crazy. I watch Toxic Beauty. It's fucking crazy, isn't it? Almost everything food-wise sold is on the premise of falsehood, except for meat. Yep. Even with vegetables, you got to watch, because what they spray on the vegetables. Make sure to wash off your vegetables really clearly. If it's got a like oranges are sprayed with like fucking wax almost. You know, you got to be fucking careful. Notice none of the foods had meat. Most were vegan and vegetarian. Where is the protein? It can't be sustained, subsidized with sugar. That's a fucking good point. That's a good point. Let me go back here. Look at that. Just look at it. Cookies, crackers. It's all carbohydrates and sugar. Excuse me, and sugar. All of it. The person that represents this just told basically children of the LA school system to not worry about what society says and eat what you want. The person that sells all these highly palatable, ultra-processed carbohydrates is the one that told the children of the LA school system to not listen to society and eat whatever they want. Along with some other people saying, you know, food rules such as staying away from sugars and donuts and everything like that are bad somehow. They want you weak, fat, and needing their medications. They absolutely do. They absolutely want you weak and fat and needing their medications. Disgusting. I'm seeing who owns Mondelez International. Wow. Mondelez International is a snacking company. It's worth $26 billion and operates in 160 countries. $26 billion. A $26 billion company is is propagandizing your fucking children. Disgusting. Just disgusting. It really is. I watched a documentary about how almost all of our oats and grains are trained with pesticides. Even the ones that say organic are tested with pesticides in them for the soil. Exactly. I mean, I can't wait to grow my own food. That's the goal. It really is. Most of these items have seed oils, which are highly inflammatory. The amount of illness in this picture is insane. I mean, insulin, like, there's no such thing as good foods and bad foods, really, because what I see right over here is insulin resistance, inflammation, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease when they're young, osteoarthritis, coronary artery disease, stroke, neuroinflammation. I see cognitive issues. I see lower gray matter in the brain as they're developing, because fat children have less gray matter in their brain than lean children. Their brains actually don't have as much like brain tissue You're making your child stupid by making them fat. That's not me being mean or calling fat people stupid. That's me saying that scientifically they have less gray matter. I mean, it's fucking factual. They have less brain matter than lean people. I mean, it's just, we're ignoring the thing. Like, people, it is not like, get there. Get there faster. Okay. Who's more likely the one trying to help you? The person telling you that your ill health, that you know is bad, that like you can feel it. Like, I know you're fat. I've been fat. I know that you know that I know that you feel like shit. Okay. I like right now. Here's what I don't understand. Right now, I know many of you out there are wondering why you should possibly even listen to somebody that's speaking out against these, highly processed food companies, everything like that, because they're saying it's perfectly fine. And even if so, it's just not that big of a deal. Being fat is not that big of a deal. But I know that you feel like shit because I've been fat too. I know you feel like shit because I've been morbidly obese myself, right? So, and because I can tell you that, and I can even show you that I've been morbidly obese, you then know that I know you feel like shit. But we are going to go through this whole bullshit of society where you're going to deny that your actions over a long period of time, for many of you, likely the entirety of your lives, because your parents fed you like you were a fucking farm animal, that you have been unhealthy. And you would require massive change to your lifestyle that you don't want to do, that has sucked every time you've tried, because every fat person has tried to lose weight. If it was so healthy for you, if being fat was so healthy for you and didn't lead to chronic illness in such a high rate and capacity, people would not constantly try to lose weight. But every fat person I know has tried to lose weight. Every single one of them. Every single one. And it's not because of how society sees you. It's because you feel like shit. It's because you know that you are unhealthy. You can feel it. You don't move as well. If you can't move around as well, it is not even a matter of, anything else besides the fact that it is encumbering you. It's just reality. Most people are weak in society right now. Most people do not want to do what they need to do in order to get healthy, because it takes a lot of fucking effort, frankly. And it's not just the physical working out. It takes dealing with your food issues. It takes rewriting the entirety of what you fucking do. It takes changing your habits. It takes changing your environment. And for a lot of people, it takes changing your entire friend circle. And the more and more and more and more and more people that just accept being fat as fuck and being on 22 medications when they're 25, and the knowledge that eventually they're going to have one of their feet chopped off because of diabetic necrosis, the more people accept this shit, the more we glamorize it and make it seem like they're just brave. And we can't discriminate against fat people. We need to make airplane seats bigger because they've eaten themselves to the point where everybody should pay more for services because they don't fit into the services anymore. Like, we are at a stage where people are complaining about fucking amusement park rides not being able to be on them because they're too fat, as if physics don't exist. There's a reason for that. People complaining this year, people have complained that they couldn't go horseback riding because they fat ass shouldn't be on a horse, because it's animal cruelty, because you're fat. For all of society to pretend that this is not tragic, for all of society to pretend that us eating this way is not in fact damaging to the person, to their family, to society, to the planet, to the country, is in fact childish as fuck. Fix your fucking shit, people. Stop being so weak. Dudes, if you are out there and you have a fucking keg for a beer belly, fix that shit. You are weak. You are absolutely weak. And even if you have physical strength because you're a strong man and you lift a lot, I've been there. Guess what? I know it sucks for you to go up a flight of stairs. It's weakness, and you know it's going to catch up to you. That's why all the strong men who make money, the people that actually make money from being big, all lose a ton of weight when they retire, or all make a very serious effort to lose a ton of weight when they retire. All of them, because they all make an effort to it because they know they don't feel good, and they're just that big in order to make money. If you are not making money from being big, lose the fucking weight. Nobody gives a fuck how much you deadlift if you make $0 from your fucking deadlift and you're keeping 60 extra pounds on to deadlift more. If you are keeping weight on to be stronger in the gym and you are a dude and you are not making money from it, you are in fact stupid. Get there. I see all these people all day long talk about they need to get their gains and they need to get this and they need to get why. Ask yourself why. I want to know. I really do. I want to know. Don't get me wrong. I think men and women should be as physically strong as they can that fits their frame. I think they should be in good shape and good health. To keep extra weight on you, to do something to an extreme that is actually going to negatively affect your health, that it is in no way benefiting your life in any other way besides being able to say, I lifted X or I did this, is in fact stupid. It's just dumb. Then when you get to the stage where you see that you would need to change that and our habits are now bleeding into the children and these companies are taking advantage, such as what we just saw, this is all propaganda. Like if people were to stand up and be like, fucking, that's junk foods. Why are you trying to feed it to my children? That's what should happen. Every parent that views that should be like, stop trying to fucking force junk food on my goddamn children. Stop trying to use race as a way to further impoverish and fucking burden the fucking black community, because that's what that was. That's all that woman was hired partially and used partially because of her skin color to in fact get to a target audience of her job being to help build the markets and push the brand. It's on her fucking resume. And she's being used to hurt the black community. It's not even an argument. I'm sorry. Nobody can make me believe anything other than that. Don't listen to what society says. Eat what you want. We already have the biggest disparity that we have is health when it comes to race. Black people have a higher obesity rate, especially black women, and it is for them to lose weight. It is not racist. For us to say we should have them lose weight, it is not racist. I'm not talking about being, massively lean. I am talking about let's make it so people in every fucking community in the United States can lead a disease-free, an avoidable lifestyle, chronic illness, disease-free life. Avoidable, chronic, lifestyle-driven illnesses. We should not want that for anybody. We should work hard to try to avoid that for every fucking person because we give a shit about people. Not because of any other thing besides the fact that you give a shit about people. But if you wanted to get into other reasons, it is bad for society to have a bunch of people by their own hand give themselves lifestyle-driven chronic illnesses that then impoverish and burden all of society. These companies that are pushing this shit, they don't care how much it burdens society. They frankly do not give a fuck that it is going to make it so you need more medication. Frankly, I bet you some of the fucking pharmaceutical industries have stock in fucking places like Mondelez and shit like that. If they get you to eat the shit that then makes you sick, that then you need medication for, that then you eat more shit. Get there faster. The fuck, people? They want us 100% reliant on the government. They really do. Yeah, absolutely. Sugar is so addicting. Teaching that is dangerous. It really is. Sugar is an addictive substance. I will argue it. It's an addictive substance. to push it on children. I can't even. Dory, it's disgusting. So much ruined. So many much is ruined, and then people want to push. Yep. I haven't trusted the food industry ever because it's an industry and they don't care about our health. That's the way to look at it. That really is. 26 billion is a lot of lobbying clout. Truly is. Stop spreading misinformation on Twitter, and then you can talk about other people doing it. Everyone can do a 2-second search and debunk your statements. Okay. Of what? Of what? Be specific. Their medications may work, but they're also poison. I say the same shit there as I say here. So health seems to apply as a definition for cheap and by the way, everybody go follow me at the MFing COO on Twitter if you want to see what that person said is bullshit, even though it's very much similar shit here. Would you give your kids these types of snacks in moderation or eliminate them completely? I don't eat them, and I would, if I do give them to them, it would be very rare occasions, and I would be very clear with them that this is not for health. This is just for fucking pleasure. It can, but that's no. If you try to fully restrict, it can create a hyperfixation and then lead them to secret binging. Then you take control, like they're your children. You take control of that. So I still agree with you. I would give them in moderation, very, very rarely as a treat, birthdays and stuff like that. But it's then you deal with the fixation and make them understand. You treat your child like they're an intelligent human being. I feel better 80 pounds down. How can they say it's not the same? All the lies they tell themselves. At 35, I had 7 meals for 7 meds for medical. I'm happy you're 80 pounds down. Good job. Good job. Good job. I remember as a child, dessert was a Sunday night and birthday thing only. That's how it should be, for real. That's how it should be. What's insane to me is that these people say their quality of life isn't affected when you can clearly watch them. You can clearly watch them have a hard time walking and moving. It's fucking crazy, right? That's a good idea. Study that feeds them this food for a year and get back. They'd be dead. These businesses don't care about anybody. They really don't. They really, really don't. Weak is not blocking people who are skeptical of your Twitter posts and point out disinformation in them. What disinformation? You're not blocked. You're not blocked. What's weak is that the billion fake accounts you probably have. But what disinformation? I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it because I've been right about everything. Let's see here. Not a question, but I wanted to say I appreciate you going live as often as you do. I wake up. Thank you very much, Andrea. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Dinesh, hi. Sean, yep. On another note, fasting is free, right? Fasting doesn't work for me. It makes me too hungry. I eat 5 times a day because that's what works for me. Not for any other reason than that. Everyone is different. I would say everyone's different. I would say to almost any, like, fasting is actually something that, like, we did as people. Like, if you look back 100 years ago, people ate like once or twice a day maximum. The idea of eating a lot is really a more modern thing, but whatever works for you. So there's skinny black women who deal with a lot of hate because they're not big enough. I've heard that. That's insane. That is insane. But we'll know we're ready to be back in stock, hopefully within the next week. I should be finding out later on today, and I will post something up. Thank you very much. Notice how the person notice how the person that was saying I have a bunch of disinformation didn't list off any information. They just said that. Anyway, I fucking find that shit funny. If it's anything talking about the jab, I was 100% right. Dangerous as fuck. Would never fucking put that shit in my body. If it was about COVID being a cold, it's a cold. For people under the age of 65, less deadly than the flu. It's openly admitted by a lot of people now, including fucking like Bill Gates, all these fucking people that were saying how dangerous it was. I was right about everything. So a lot of people just don't want to admit it. So, and that's fine. That's good. I mean, I don't understand what disinformation is. There's massive amount of side effects from experimental gene therapy that was not tested on a population level basis. You are the actual fucking Tess. I will gladly stay my ass in the control group of the non-GMO section of this fucking grand experiment we're running on all of humanity. Masks never worked and don't work, and they wouldn't be, they would never work to stop that stuff because it travels on aerosolized vapor. It was all worth it. I mean, in the last couple of years, I mean, obviously it's been very easy to be like, disinformation, but then it turns out that I was correct. And now all you do is get to say you had disinformation when in fact, everything I said was correct. So anyway, guys, it is an hour in. I might go live Sunday. I doubt I'm going to go live tomorrow because we got some shit going on. I might go live Sunday. We'll see. Going to possibly post up another video or two at some point in time over the weekend, but I hope everybody has a fucking actual great weekend. I will talk to all of you soon. I hope everybody has a great day. And remember, feed your kids actual fucking food, not food products. God damn.